One of the areas you're going to want to spend some time on is the landing page content underneath software settings. The landing page content is the area where you modify the colors, the typography, and so on. What I usually recommend is that you open the Event Central tab and click on Landing Page. What that will do is it will launch your landing page in a separate tab. So now I have my landing page content and then my landing page that I'm modifying here on this tab. If I go back to the landing page content page, you can see that I have sections listed out into tabs. So we're trying to organize all of the editable features into tabs on the landing page content. So first we have page settings, login register area, section A, B, C, D, and reorder. You'll start here with page settings, and you can see here that we've broken it into a few key areas separated by darker, more contrasted areas to break things up a little bit, make it easier to read. First things first, landing page font. You can choose several of the fonts that we've identified in the top most recommended fonts from Google. You can go ahead and choose one. I'm going to choose Chewy. And then as you make changes, it will say data saved. When that happens, you can come back over here and refresh your landing page, and it will show you the new font that we picked or the other changes that we make. Now, maybe I think, well, this is a bit much. I'm going to go pick a less fun font. I'm going to pick something more, let's do PT Sans, and then I'm going to refresh that. So now I've got something a little more readable, a little cleaner, and you can continue to make those changes and refresh your actual landing page as you go. So then we have the navigation. That's the top area here of your site. And that's how you would control these elements in here. You can show ticket page links, the donate button. You can show the auction preview. Do you want that auction preview to show up? And the reason we put it in the navigation is because we're going to show an auction preview link. And if that's off, then we won't show the link. But you can see down here, I have my auction preview at the very bottom of the page. You can also put it below the main banner if you like, right up above everything. And then we have the main banner area. The main banner area is this top section here. This is kind of the hero image, text, some links, social media, really more of just your attention getting imagery and your very clean, simple statement about the event itself. And you can choose a background wallpaper image, which is what I'm doing here with this picture of a boy. You can also pick a logo that sits on top of it. Kind of like, you have wallpaper that covers your wall, and then you hang a clock on top of the wallpaper. And that's exactly what a logo would do. It floats on top of the background image. Now, sometimes, and we've seen this a lot, that organizations will have a logo, but it's actually more of a banner. Somebody designed a flyer that is being emailed out or mailed out to people, and it's more than just a logo. It's got the name of the event, a picture of some kids maybe, and then some type and things like that. It's more of a banner than it is a logo. So we give you now the option to float the logo over the banner or just use the logo as my full-size banner. And the best way to test this is to just upload that logo and then flip these and come over and refresh and see how it looks. And once you're satisfied, you can leave it that way. And then you have some banner area colors. This is what the background color is. If you're using a background wallpaper image, then it'll sit on top of the color. But you can also choose your font color, and then you can type in whatever the large title, subheader, and so on. You'll see that here, and I used white, and it's automatically dropping a background in there to stand it off from the background. And then buttons and backgrounds, there's a details button. Where should that go? And you can see here I have a details button, a learn more. And I said I want it to go to section A, but you can also choose any of the other elements in your landing page to point it to, and you can change the color and the text of it. Then you can choose to use our social media buttons that let you share the landing page on social media. And then at the very bottom of the page, you can link to your Twitter, Facebook, Instagram feed. And then lastly, if you want to embed Google Analytics or Facebook Pixel, you would just need to know what those IDs are. And then we have the login register area. The login register area is this section right here. This is probably the most important element once your auction starts, because this is how people will log in, register to bid, and so on. So we give it its own tab. So we ask, do you want to open the auction early? This is a way to turn your auction on before the event date set here. So if today is the 12th of July and I want to open early, then I would just switch this to yes, and it would ignore the fact that our event doesn't start for 2 days, and it would open that and let people bid early. And then where do I want to put that section? Is it, float it right under the main banner, under section A, B, C, D, or just hide altogether? Register to bid settings. Do I want to allow that? And so do I want to show a register to bid button? Let's say I turn that to no, and now register is gone. So all I want people to do is log in. But let's say I want it on. I can change the background color of the buttons. I can require address, credit card, and I can determine if people can check out from their phones. Then we have the register to bid customize welcome email. Anytime somebody registers to bid, we're going to send them a welcome email that gives them some information about their login, but this is also a chance for you to say something unique to your event in that email as well. And this is the content area below the login register to bid button. Notice here I say that raffle tickets will be available, and raffle tickets will be available. That's what you can change there. So after these first 2 tabs, the rest is very repetitive. You have 4 additional content sections in A, B, C, and D. So I'm going to say section A is called One Great Event. The background color is this, the font color is this, and then I can also, instead, if I want to override the background color, I can drop a wallpaper image back here. Now keep in mind, when you do background images, you want to make sure that the text is legible on top of it. So usually a dark picture or something maybe you photoshopped. Otherwise, you can use a solid color and then a contrasted font color. And then we have the content area. You can type in, drop in some pictures, whatever you want here, and then it's saved and it will show up on the landing page. And so you can do this for sections B, C, and D. They're exactly the same as section A. And if you get all the way through this and you say, oh man, section C, I don't know why I did this, but I meant to put it in section B. You can, I want it to come before section B. You can go ahead and reorder those sections. Right now, it's going in this order: One Great Event, About Our Fund and Need, How to Bid, and then this one isn't being used. So I want to actually move C to B, and then, B becomes C. So now it's going to go One Great Event, How to Bid, and then About Our Fund and Need. So you can reorder them without having to cut and paste content out of it. And that's really it. I mean, you can see, your changes automatically once you've saved them, which happens right away. And then, continue to build your page and show it off to everybody who's going to participate in your auction.